Sometimes the strongest people are the most broken inside. Welcome to Love Clinic by Sandra Henry, where healing begins. Remember, your pain is not the end of your story. Healing is happening even when you don't see it. Hi, my lovies. Welcome to Love Clinic by Sandra Henry. My name is Sandra Oluwayemisi Edets. I am your coach for Love Clinic by Sandra Henry. Okay, today we are going to be talking about arguments in a relationship. But before we get to that stage of talking about arguments in relationship, we need to talk about what brings arguments in a relationship, and that is definition of love. Okay, if I'm to define what love is in my own language, I'll tell you that love is a feeling that you have towards somebody, a very strong bond that you have with somebody that you care about or that you really like. Before love has to exist, it means that there has been a kind of likeness for this person somehow, and you're extending it into loving this person with the whole of your heart and wanting something with this person. Okay, and there are different kinds of relationship. There's agape love, there is romantic love, there is family love. There are different kinds of love that you can have for anybody, but now we are talking about romantic love. For you to have a romantic relationship with somebody, it means you have to fall in love with this person. You have to be attracted to the person for you to fall in love with this person. But does it just stop at that? No. Once you're in love with this person, you take the bold step of approaching this person and telling this person you want a thing with this person, probably forever. But the thing is, even if you're in a love relationship, it is not all relationship that leads to something that is long lasting. For instance, marriage. Most relationships don't lead to marriages. Most relationship leads to marriages. But what I believe in a relationship is that you should enjoy every bit of your relationship, because you do not know how long that relationship might last. Yeah, I have been into relationships and I had some short relationships. I had some relationship I really wanted this relationship could lead to marriage, but it didn't end up like that because of some reasons that we couldn't put in place, maybe because probably immaturity, or we didn't handle the relationship well, so we could not end up together. Okay, so talking about arguments in a relationship, I want you to know that when two people are arguing, it is not a courtroom for one person to win or the other person to lose. Do you get? Argument is something that has to be trashed. Has to be something that occurs between two people and has to be trashed. One person has to put aside their ego. One person has to accept that I am wrong. One person has to accept that, okay, I am sorry. And since I said relationship is not a courtroom where you have to win arguments, then one person has to be the humble person, because these two people cannot be the same. One person is going to argue over and over. For instance, I am a person that when argument starts, I really do argue. I really want to win when it's time for argument. I want to win. I want to make sure that I am the one they are telling sorry. I want to make sure that I am the one that is leading in that argument. Not because I have anything to gain from it, but I want to be the one at the end of the day that wants the entire sorry. And I want the other person to be the humble person. Because actually, let me say, my pride is taking over me. And most times, for me, it is not pride. It is just that I am so emotional and I want everything to be like, okay, it was me that got the sorry and all. So for you to let go of arguments, for it not to be malicious, you have to choose to be the person to act like a fool. You have to choose to be the person that is matured. You have to choose to be the person that wants peace at the end of the day, because like I said, there is no relationship that do not have arguments in it. Whether you are single, whether you are married, whether your relationship is complicated, whether it is a distant relationship, whether it is a close relationship, like you are seeing the person every day. That is why I said whatever the relationship is, you have to make sure that there is peace in that relationship, and one person has to do more of the work for it to be balanced. You have to enjoy every moment of your relationship. You know, in our hearts, we always want relationship to last for long if we really do love the person, but tomorrow isn't promised. Nobody is assured of time. Nobody is guaranteed of, I am going to wake up the next morning. So for you not to be guaranteed, it means that you have to enjoy every bit of your relationship with the person that you're in love with. Now, I'm not just talking about romantic relationship, I'm also talking about casual relationships, I'm talking of family relationship, I'm talking of every other thing that has to do with you giving yourself to somebody to love this person. It could be your child, it could be your sibling, it could be your parents, it could be anybody. Do you get? When you are loving this person, you have to pour the whole of yourself into this person sacrificially, because you're not assured of time. You do not know what life can bring to you. Life can bring anything to any of us at any time. So your timing and wishes could just fade away like that within the twinkle of an eye, because you didn't manage it well. Do you understand? So we need to make sure that in a relationship, despite our arguments, we have to be understood. You can argue in a relationship and it comes to the point of being understood. Do you understand? You don't have to end it with a quarrel, you don't have to end it with a fight, you don't have to end it with being malicious, that you have to be angry and take it over to the next day, and you say that you and this person are tearing apart because you had an argument and one person is not trying to be humble to say, I am sorry. So let's learn to stick to apology. Let's learn to apologize when we do wrong. If you see that this other person is not apologizing, can you be humble enough to okay, let me apologize to this person because of peace? I know apology can take a while. Some people have to reflect, sit down, sit back, give it time to think about it before you apologize. But God forbid bad thing. What if something happens to that person and you didn't ever have the chance to apologize to this person? You get? So I hope we have been able to pick something from this. I am challenging you today that when next you're having an argument with somebody, try to let go of your pride, try to let go of your ego, try to allow that person win, even though it is not a courtroom, but you be the better person, you be the person who wants peace. So I'll see you next time in my video, where we are still going to be talking about another topic. I love you all. Please, I beg you to share, like, subscribe, and I'm going to see you in my next video. I love you. Mwah. Ciao.